This video is for all content creators, including web designers, developers, user experience designers, researchers, management, instructors, and YouTube creators, and any other person who is creating content in the form of text, image, voice, or a video. Whether you are developing a presentation, a website, a graphic, a Word document, or a video, you have to make sure that it is accessible, usable, and understandable to everyone. In this video, you will learn how to provide pleasant user experience to the audience, including differently abled bodies. Today, we are going to learn what is web accessibility and how to make a website or application accessible and usable to everyone. What is web accessibility? Making sure that the websites and applications are accessible and usable to everyone, including people with disabilities. Accessibility is compulsory and not an option while developing the desktop or mobile applications. There are different types of impairments. Vision impairment, which could include low vision, color blindness, and blindness. Hearing impairment could be hard of hearing or deafness. Cognitive issues could include slowness, learning disability, thinking and remembering issues, and confusion. Physical impairment contains inability to use a mouse or depending only on keyboard to use the web. Why accessibility is important? Accessible design enables people with disabilities to access and use the web. It also empowers older people to access the web. Accessible design improves overall user experience and user satisfaction. It also benefits people without disabilities. How accessibility benefits people without disabilities? Accessibility not only support people with disabilities but also help people without disabilities. It benefits older people with changing abilities due to aging. Accessibility support usability and search engine optimization. It also helps people who are using small screen devices such as mobile and tablets. It supports people with temporary disabilities like a broken arm or lost glasses. Accessibility also benefits people with situational limitations such as mouse not working or sensitivity to bright light and audio. How to make a website accessible? What are the accessibility guidelines which we have to keep in mind while developing a website or applications? Use larger text size, buttons and form controls. Minimum regular text size should be 16 pixels, which is 1 m or 100%, or use 18 pixel, which is 1.125 m or 112%. Heading font size should be larger than the regular text so that it would be easy for the user to differentiate between main heading, subheading, and paragraphs. Large size content will benefit people with low vision. Accessibility provides a good user experience as well. I'm going to show you few examples of large and small text size. In this example, you could see the regular text size is decent and easy to read. It is 18 pixel, which is 1.125 m. Same in this example, good large size text and very easy to read. In this example, 12 pixel font size has been used, which is difficult to read. Same with this example, 12 pixel font size has been used and difficult to read. The layout is also congested. Use contrast colors. Use darker text color on light background color and use light text color on dark background. Best color scheme to write text is black color on white background. Convert the text image into black and white and see if the text is still readable. Contrast color will benefit people with low vision and color blindness. Here is an example of color schemes. You can see the black text on white background is easy to read, and light gray text on light green background is not clearly visible. And when converted into black and white, the text is almost unreadable. Add alternative text to all images because the screen reader would not read the image, but it would read the alt text, which we can add in HTML code inside the image tag. Suppose we have Canadian flag in our web page. So we will add alt text inside the code to describe the image for a blind user. Alt text also helpful for search engine ranking. All videos and audios should have captions and transcripts. Captions are on the video and transcripts are off the video in the text format to benefit a user with hearing impairment. I have already created a video tutorial on how to add captions and transcripts on YouTube video. You can click here from the presentation link below, or you can click on the My YouTube channel icon, or you can click on the link in the description below. In this example video, you can see the captions or subtitles below the video and transcripts on the right side. The hearing impaired user can read the captions and transcripts to understand what is going on in this video. You can turn on or off captions and transcripts from YouTube videos once they are added. So let me quickly show you how to turn on and off the YouTube videos. So this is the YouTube, and at the bottom of the video you can see the icon with CC. So this is the icon to turn on and off the captions, like this. Okay, and if you would like to turn on the transcripts, then click on these three dots and then click on open transcript, and here you can see the transcript. And if you want to turn it off, then just close it. Make sure the website is accessible and usable by keyboard only without using a mouse. Keyboard access benefits the user who are unable to use a mouse. We can do that by using correct tab focus order, applying ARIA on advanced form controls, and by associating labels to every form control. Make sure that all forms elements are accessible by using keyboard only and in the right order. Associate all labels to their fields. Use larger form controls and apply ARIA. Test the form using keyboard only without a mouse to see if everything is accessible and working. It would be helpful to the people using screen reader and keyboard only. So this is an example of well-designed form. Large text boxes with associated clear labels have been used. Use consistent design, layout, navigation, font family, color, and font size throughout the website. Keep navigation on the same location on every page. Have a minimalist or simple design. Consistency helps all users, including people with cognitive impairments and seniors. The layout should be adjustable based on the device size. The contents should be visible and readable on desktop, tablet, and mobile. We can make website responsive by setting up viewport size, adding CSS media queries, or using Bootstrap. It helps all users, including people with visual and cognitive impairments and seniors. Here is an example of a responsive layout. On the left is desktop view and on right side is mobile view. On mobile, we can see the same website with different layout. I'm just quickly going to demo how you can test the website for the responsiveness. So right click anywhere in the Google Chrome and then click on the inspect. And then you can see this toggle device toolbar. By using this icon, you can test the website on different devices. So right now it is on the iPhone 6, 7 or 8. So and from this drop down menu, you can change the device. Okay. And then you can toggle from this icon to go back to the desktop and switch between desktop and the mobile. Use semantic HTML code like use header tag for the header section, use h1 for the heading level 1, use p for the paragraph text, and footer tag for the footer section. In this example, you can see the correct HTML code structure: header, nav, main, and in the main section, we have heading 1 and paragraph, and then footer at the bottom. It will help making screen reader to understand the code for blind or low vision people. Keyboard tab focus order should be in the logical order or right sequence. It will benefit people who could not use a mouse and have to use keyboard to complete a task. In this example, you can see the correct tab order. First tab focus should go on email, then password, then on user agreement, privacy policy, cookie policy, and then on agree and join button, and then continue on Facebook, and finally on sign in link. Allow user to skip main navigation on sub pages by adding skip navigation link. The user who need to use a screen reader would not want to go through to all navigation links on all pages and need a link to skip the navigation. An example could be the completion of a web form which spans over 3 pages. On second and third page, the user would like to go directly to the form controls rather than going through navigation links again. This will help people with visual impairment. Here is an example of skip navigation from Sheridan College website. Skip navigation option would not be visible when using a mouse, but would be visible when using keyboard tab key. So again, just quick demo. So this is the Sheridan College website, and if I am using mouse, I could not see the skip navigation option. But once I start using the tab key from the keyboard, I can see the skip navigation. And if I hit enter, I can skip navigation and complete the other tasks by using the tab key. The user who are slow in learning, thinking, and remembering need more time to complete a task. Provide enough time to complete a task and do not time out quickly, specifically when user is filling out the forms. This benefits people with cognitive impairments and older people. Make the website intuitive, easy to understand and use. Design simple layout, large and clear text with good contrast. Create easy to find and use consistent navigation and breadcrumbs. Place important elements above the fold. Intuitive website helps all users, including people with cognitive impairments and seniors. Use simple, plain, and concise language. Divide contents into logical sections with headings and small paragraphs. Add bullets as needed. This accessibility guideline helps all users, including people with cognitive issues. Add help and instructions on form controls to prevent errors. Write clear and meaningful error and warning messages with instructions on how to recover from error. Add clear instructions at the top of the page about any information needed to complete a task. In this example, you could see clear instructions on how to choose username and password. This would help user prevent from committing errors. ARIA consists of additional code attributes placed into the HTML code to make JavaScript and jQuery controls accessible to screen readers. ARIA stands for Accessible Rich Internet Applications. ARIA is used to make accordions, tabs, drop-downs, and other advanced controls accessible to screen readers. A colorblind user would not be able to understand information which have been represented just by using color. So never use color alone to convey information. Convert the design into black and white and see if the content are still clearly readable and understandable. This would benefit people with color blindness. In this example, red color has been used to represent a heading, which when converted into black and white looks like just regular text. In the second example, red color as well as large text has been used for heading. When converted into black and white, the heading is still understandable because large text size has been used together with red color. Make sure PDF, Word, or PowerPoint files are accessible and readable by the screen readers. Add descriptive links. Hyperlinks should be descriptive and meaningful. Link text should be how to make a website accessible instead of click here or read more. Throughout the application development, persistently test for accessibility by using screen reader with keyboard. We can use JAWS, NVDA, Chromevox, Windows Narrator, and Mac's VoiceOver. Screen readers convert text to speech. NVDA and Chromevox are free to use. Also use automated testing tools like Wave. I'm just going to demo how you can test a website against accessibility using a screen reader. So I'm going to use Chromevox. It is a free Chrome extension. You can add it. So once it is added, go to the extensions and then enable it. So once
Chromevox spoken feedback is ready.
So now it is enabled. Go to the website you would like to test.
Sheridan College.
And
Toronto area, Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville. Tab.
And then start using the tab key from the keyboard.
HTTP selected. Internal link. Banner top left navigation list with 4 items. News and events. Link ask.sheridan. Link list item. Library. Link list item. Research. Link list item. So this is how you are going to test the website. So run a screen reader and then use the keyboard and complete the tasks. And then you can disable from the extensions section to disable the extension. And then another test is to use the automated tool, which is Wave. Wave is also free Chrome's extension, which is this one. So once you have added the extension, just click on the Wave icon from here, and it is going to automatically test the website, and then it will give you the accessibility issues. And then you can go to the details and then references, contrast to find out the accessibility issues. So we have to use the Wave tool as well as the screen reader with the keyboard only. On this screen, you can see accessibility cheat sheet categorized by impairment type. For vision impairments, we have to make sure that the application is compatible with screen reader, have large text size, contrast colors have been used, the text size is adjustable, it is responsive to devices, understandable without colors, alternative text has been used for all non-decorative images, code is properly structured, skip navigation link is available, and the hyperlinks are descriptive. For hearing impairments, add captions and transcripts to all videos and audios, and do not autoplay audio or video. For mobility issues, make sure full keyboard access, logical tab focus order, and associate labels with form controls. For cognitive impairments, make website easy to understand and use, consistent, compatible with all web browsers and devices, use simple and plain language, add instructions and help, provide enough time to complete a task, organize content logically into headings and paragraphs, provide visible and understandable error messages, have large buttons and controls. List of important terms you need to understand. W3C, World Wide Web Consortium, Organization for Standard Development for World Wide Web, WAI, Web Accessibility Initiative, develops standards for accessibility. WCAG, Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, published by Y. ARIA, Accessible Rich Internet Applications, code to make JavaScript or jQuery accessible. JAWS, Job Access with Speech, a tool to convert text to speech. NVDA, Non-Visual Desktop Access, free tool to convert text to speech. Wave, Automated Accessibility Evaluation Tool. HTML Hypertext Markup Language, coding language to create website. CSS Cascading Style Sheets, code to format or style the website. SEO, Search Engine Optimization, art of ranking high on the search engine. Responsive design, design which automatically resize to look good on all devices. And finally, here is the list of accessibility resources. I will also add the link to this presentation and important accessibility learning resources in the description box below.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my YouTube channel. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notification about my upcoming useful videos.